Welcome to WNIN Newsmakers. I'm Noah Alatza, Chief Communications Officer for the University of Evansville. Southwest Indiana Recovery and Empowerment, also known as SWIRE, is a brand new program designed to reduce recidivism and help former inmates struggling with addiction. Joining me now is the Southwest Indiana Recovery and Empowerment Executive Director, Catherine Byers. Catherine, thanks for being here.
Hi, thanks.
And full disclosure, I have the honor of being secretary on the board of directors for this new nonprofit. So
Yeah.
great to see you, familiar face. And walk our viewers at home, Catherine, through what the SWIRE program is. What does it entail? How did we get here right now?
Yeah. So SWIRE, or Southwest Indiana Recovery and Empowerment, it is a peer-led recovery organization based in the Vanderburgh County Jail. Peer-led meaning the people that work there have lived experience in recovery, and actually I think about 75% of our board also has lived experience in recovery. So it is an organization, led and run by people that have that peer lived experience. And what we do is we work with people in the Vanderburgh County Jail while they're still in custody, provide them with peer coaching services to help them come up with a plan for when they get released. And then we also help connect them with community resources to help, make that plan realized. So, yeah.
And we know that the opioid settlement funds played a big part in helping fund SWIRE.
Yeah.
Walk me through where that funding also perhaps could come from the state level.
Yeah. So as I say, initial funds were, yes, the opioid settlement dollars through the Vanderburgh County Sheriff's Department. We have also applied for another round of opioid settlement funds, and then we are also talking to the IRACS program, which is a state program. It's the Indiana, it's something about reentry services, but basically the IRACS program is already implemented, I think, in 7 different county jails in the state of Indiana, so we would be the 8th. And it helps with reentry, so that would be state money that would be coming in to help basically hire more peer coaches and do more services. So
great, and walk me through kind of how this is different perhaps than other programs that might already exist.
Yeah, we do have a lot of great recovery programs in the Evansville community and in Vanderburgh County. A lot of those programs are, like treatment centers. We have, 12-step recovery fellowships. But we don't have like a recovery community organization that is just all pathways and to help connect people with those different treatment resources and recovery resources. So that's kind of where SWIRE fills in that gap.
And Catherine, for viewers at home who might not be aware, like what is your background? How did you get here?
Yeah, so of course I have lived experience in recovery. I was a graduate of the Vanderburgh County Treatment Court program in 2018. Have spent a few months in the Vanderburgh County Jail myself, and have spent a lot of years then also in different recovery communities. So I got involved with this organization because it was something important to me to help people getting out of jail. I've been there.
And why is that so important for yourself, for the other peer counselors to have that lived experience, as the same as perhaps the inmates or other people that are in recovery?
Yeah, well, for one, I would say, because we have lived experience, because we're not law enforcement, we're not therapists, we're not people that are there to tell people what they need to do or what they should do. We're there to walk alongside them and say, hey, I've been here before. Let me show you a way out of this. And I think that really makes a difference in how people listen to, the advice and the information that we have to give them.
And I'm curious, I know we were talking off camera a couple of minutes before that it sounds like there are already some inmates that are being helped. How many, though, when the program, and I know that this nonprofit, right, it's kind of just getting off the ground. How many people, though, eventually, in a perfect world, could be assisted through the work of SWIRE, inmates-wise?
Our hope is to be able to provide peer coaching services to anybody in the Vanderburgh County Jail who wants them, anybody who identifies as somebody who, has struggles with substance use disorder or mental health. And of course, I know the jail has partnered with Southwestern to provide kind of that serious mental health, treatment services for people there. They're building a mental health and substance use wing so that, organizations like ours in Southwestern will be able to work with these people. So in a perfect world, I'd like to have 5 or 6 or 7 peer coaches on staff and be able to work with anybody in the jail who needs the help. So.
For people at home who might want to get involved, who might want to, I see questions all the time, how do we volunteer? How can we help? And I know that, right, we're a couple of months into the nonprofit in its infancy, but
Right.
is there a way in which people can get involved and
Yeah.
help out?
Absolutely. So, of course, I am going to be looking for more peer coaches. So, people with lived experience in recovery, could get involved as far as getting trained and coming to work for us. But then also, people without lived experience in recovery, we're getting ready to do a fundraiser drive to fill release packs for people. We want to do individualized, release packs for when people get released from the jail that'll have things like basic toiletries, weather appropriate clothing. A lot of times people get released from jail in cold weather and they've got a tank top, so and just to make sure then also that we can help people with like transportation resources, a cell phone if they don't have one, things like that. So people can get involved and help donate those items or donate money to help build those release packs.
And how do they reach out to you?
So we have our website. It is swireconnect.org. And then, of course, on the website is my contact information. My email is director@swireconnect.org. So.
What is something that people might not necessarily think of when you're getting released from jail? Like, is there, you mentioned the cell phone.
Yeah.
You mentioned the winter clothes. Is there anything that might come as a shock to people, right, when you're getting out that they might not necessarily think of that you don't have access to?
I know for me, when I got out in 2018, I had been homeless before I went to jail. So I got out of jail, of course, in the clothes that I got arrested in, which were not very warm, and I got handed a bus token. And I didn't know where I was supposed to go. So a lot of times for people, just having a plan for somewhere to go, having transportation to get there, to be able to apply for jobs, people need an ID. Sometimes they don't have that.
Wow.
So somebody to help get them, to the BMV to get their ID so they can go apply for a job would be great.
And that's where SWIRE steps in with those resources and helps out. So to expand on that, then not just for the individuals, the inmates perhaps that would be in the program, Catherine, how would larger though, how does this overall help our community as a whole?
Oh, for sure. When we address people's substance use and mental health issues, that strengthens families, that helps people to be productive members of society, and of course that's going to help and strengthen the whole community when we don't have people constantly going back to jail for substance use related issues. So.
Anything else you want to add? I know I'm in it, know a lot more probably than most, but what other big takeaway, your parting message?
I just think that it's really important. The big message that I've got, all over our website and all of our marketing stuff is that recovery equals connection, and that I'm a big believer in that. That the opposite of addiction isn't abstinence; it's connection. And when people have a reason to get out of bed in the morning, when they have, a connection to families that they love or work that they love, when they have a purpose, then recovery is easy. So.
Catherine Byers, the new Executive Director of Southwest Indiana Recovery and Empowerment, thank you for your time. Looking forward to working with you, and thank you for the work that you're doing in our community.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Here's Vanderburgh County Sheriff Noah Robinson with a few words about the program.
But a lot of folks are in this facility, and maybe it's the first time or the 10th time they've been arrested, and we've got them here, right? We've got them right here, and we can put our arms on them and talk to them. It's not like we're meeting them in the street where they can just walk away. We've got a captive audience, literally. So why not offer these services? Will they accept it? Will every person accept it? No. But I don't think you're going to find individuals more receptive to this offering. We're literally throwing them a lifeline at a moment when they need it the most.